Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you for joining me for part 2 of Raw Thoughts on Library Talk. Enjoy. I'm not a person that's like about promoting or like marketing and doing all this stuff and like trying to like box up like just a fucking turd and telling you that it's diamonds and that it's gonna solve all your problems, dude. I frankly hate that shit. I hate when people take advantage of other people. It really bothers me. I hate it when people just have this kind of mentality where it's like, oh, you need me. Without me, you are nothing. I hate that. I absolutely hate that. I've grown up in a position where I've seen everything from outside of the picture frame. So I've been able to see big perspectives, and then I've been more than eager to step up to the canvas and look deeply into every single brushstroke that artist implanted onto that page to make that beautiful masterpiece that you are now witnessing. And it's just a lot of baby steps. You got to be able to sow the seeds that you need to sow. At first, it's kind of like a book. You read the first couple chapters and it might not lose your interest. You might feel like it's dry and it's dragging on, but that beginning is necessary for you to be starstruck by the last chapter. I feel like that's the way I really live my life. It's kind of like a story. I realized the ending that I want to get to, and I've been able to mentally make a roadmap on how to get there. I've thought of so many side route alternatives, and if I meet speed bumps or this and that, how I can just literally revert my energy into still obtaining that goal without any second doubt. I actually just read this quote the other day where it stated, if you know your destination, you'll be flexible with the way that you get there. And I feel like that's absolutely true. I know where I'm trying to go, and I know the impact and the amount of people that I'm trying to help and that I'm trying to make a difference in their lives and simplify something that could be stressing them out. Because to me, it makes sense. Right? To Janice down the street, she kind of gets it. Right? To Dustin a few blocks away, right? He's on the same level, right? And Anthony in a few cities down, he's way ahead, right? But what if Janine doesn't know? What if Janine doesn't know and she has no clue? And something as simple as finding a supplier and communicating with them is getting them stuck. I mean, all it really takes is all of those other people, at least one of those other people, to just go up to her and just tell her, just like, it's simple, just go here. This is what you gotta do. And then Janine can go ahead and do something that is unbelievable. And she'll be able to maybe even surpass the smartest one out of the group that I just mentioned. Maybe she goes and she does remarkable things. The way I see it is that you never really know on who you're going to come across. You might be speaking to the next Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, Kennedy. You can be speaking to God knows who. You never know. You never know. And I'm sure by now everyone has come to notice the fact that you'll see somebody that starts from nothing. Like, for example, does anyone remember that homeless guy that was all over the news a few years back that sounded like an amazing anchorman, right? And he just had an amazing voice. All it really took was just somebody recording it, and boom, dude's not on the street anymore. And you never know. What if seeing that on the news helped some kid that was terribly shy and had trouble speaking in public, and I just look at the screen and see this homeless man do that and think to himself, it's like, if he can do it when he has nothing, me with all of these resources, people backing me up, having the capability to not worry about being fed or where I'm going to lay my head, is actually going to benefit him. It might actually make him, the person that goes to CNN and just kills it. The course that I'm going to be releasing is going to be 100% free. I'm not going to ask for any of your information. I'm not going to ask you for anything whatsoever. I don't need it. I'm not going to ask you to put your email in. I'm not going to put you on a funnel. I'm not going to send you through a funnel to try to get you to buy something else. There's no need for it. Only thing I'm doing is just giving you this information. I'm thinking about just doing it all at once, so then you can just sit there and learn it. Just dive deep, go balls to the wall, and you can get into it as fast as possible. You don't have to wait one day after one day after one day after one day. Now, for me to be able to do that, I want to make sure that everything that I've learned and acquired over years of just researching this, okay, falling into bullshit, that you guys don't have to do the same thing. I want to make sure that I get every single detail in there, every single step, every single idea. That is going to be time consuming. I don't care. Frankly, that doesn't matter to me. Because the thing is, watching TV is time consuming. Reading a book is time consuming. Learning how to play an instrument is time consuming. Hanging out with your friends is time consuming. Me making this video is time consuming. Now, something pretty interesting that people don't realize is that, let's say if you watch like a 10-minute video on YouTube, it probably took them 5 to 10 hours of recording and editing to make that video. 10 minutes, imagine a minute an hour. That's the way I look at it. A minute an hour. And then if you include distractions and other things like that, it'll be more. It'll take a lot longer to do it. But definitely, I'm just talking about work time towards the video. Some people might give me some shit about it because, oh, I'm giving away valuable information, and whatever excuse helps them sleep, and whatever excuse helps them sleep better at night. But frankly, I don't give a shit. I really don't. When I was progressing through this journey and I was learning this, I wish I had somebody freely give me the information in detail that is actually doing it. Now, the problem is, and the one thing that I've realized, and it's actually the whole backing on why I've started this YouTube channel, is that you see a lot of people in the situation have already made it, and they're showing off all this lavish shit to show you that they made it. There's no actual proof that they've made it from this said thing. Now, that kind of bothered me. I ended up figuring out a way on how to actually see if that person's really about what they're talking about. For example, if somebody talks about, oh, I can increase your social media following and subscribers, look at their account. How many people do they have following them or subscribed to them? Then ask yourself, how is somebody that doesn't even have 30 followers or 30 subscribers, how are they going to teach you how to actually do that? They can't. That person just got that information from somebody else that most likely did it, and they're now just relaying the information. Problem with that is, it's really just a matter of fact of how good of notes they took. And then the real thing is, how do you even know they did that? How do you even know the shit that they're talking about is actually real? How do you know if it's true? You don't. And you end up wasting time on something that's just completely irrelevant. For me, my most valuable resource is time. Thank you for joining me on an adventure through my raw thoughts. These insights were brought to you to further explain my mindset and what is to come. Have a great day, ladies and gentlemen.